Let's compare Trump's tariff to a historical precedent, the Snoot-Hawley Act. In 1928, President Hoover called Congress into a special session, wanting to talk about the failing farming economy. Hoover suggested that raising tariffs for agricultural imports would raise sales for local farmers. The Means Committee Chair, Willis Hawley, proposed to put tariffs on all imports instead of just the agricultural imports. He proposed roughly 25% increase on all tariffs, including ones that were already set in place. This would be applied to about 800 and 900 different types of goods. In 1929, both the House and the Senate passed legislation. John J. Davis, the Secretary of Labor, said this during the Kansas City Republican Convention. Quote, summing it all up, the protective tariff, limited immigration, exclusion of child labor, general watchfulness of women in industry, the 8-hour day, collective bargaining coupled with conciliation and arbitration of injunction are the important things in which the American laboring man is very much interested, end quote. The important things to note here are the tariff as a means to protect American workers and also the limited immigration. Also, the blatant sexism is pretty cool, I guess, too. In 1930, the economist Paul Douglas wrote a petition. It basically explained why tariffs were a bad idea and how it would lead to higher prices for consumers and it would also lead to less exports for American manufacturers. He also mentioned the expectation for other countries to put retaliatory tariffs. 1,028 economists signed this petition and this was sent to Hoover, the president. Although Hoover did receive this petition, he was pressured by his Republican Party members and he eventually did sign it on June 17, 1930. The aftermath was Canada, France, Germany, and the UK all issued their own set of tariffs. Many of these countries also started looking to other locations to get the goods that they were getting from us. The steel, fishing, farming, and manufacturing industries were all hit the hardest by these tariffs. Between 1929 and 1933, imports were reduced by 66% and exports were reduced by 61%. These tariffs were an instant disastrous failure for the US economy, and this only was exacerbated by the Great Depression. Now let's jump back to 2025 with Trump's tariffs. Trump initially threatened to put these tariffs in place in February, but obviously he didn't do that for some reason. On March 3rd, the US put 25% tariffs on all goods from Canada and Mexico and 10% tariffs on all goods from China. The side reason for this was cartel activity and also illegal immigrants crossing borders. Canada has responded by putting 25% tariffs on all US goods. This tariff would be removed in the hypothetical that we withdraw our own tariffs. China has also responded with 10 to 15% tariffs on US goods, and they've also announced, in response to world events, who knows what that could mean, that they're increasing their military budget. And Mexico is expected to announce retaliatory actions this Sunday. The similarities here are pretty blatant. You have the illegal immigrants that are being restricted access to the country, you have these increase in tariffs, and you also have these retaliatory responses from other countries. There's three things here that are very obvious about showing the historical precedent of this situation. Trump is failing to see the historical precedent of setting tariffs this high imposes. As a reminder, as a ramification for this new Hawley Act, our economy was completely destroyed. So, what can we expect from these tariffs? I have no idea. Make up your own mind.